So next question is question number 4, phase 1, stoichiometry and redox reaction chapter. We read the question. 1 gram of silver salt of an organic dibasic acid yields on strong heating 0.5934 grams of silver. If the weight percentage of the carbon is 8 times the weight percentage of hydrogen and 1/2 the weight percentage of oxygen, determine the molecular formula of the acid. So first we try to calculate the weight percentage. I have assumed that the organic acid formula is CXHYOZ and the molecular weight of this is capital M. Trying to write the weight percentage of carbon, it will be 12 times X divided by M multiplied by 100. Weight percentage of hydrogen, 1 into times Y divided by M multiplied by 100. Percentage of oxygen, 16 into Z divided by M into 100. Now they have given the relationship between these weight percentages. If the weight percentage of carbon is 8 times the weight percentage of hydrogen, weight percentage of carbon is 12x divided by M into 100 is 8 times the weight percentage of hydrogen, that is Y divided by M into 100. If you solve this, 100 gone, gone, 4 to the 8, 4 3 is the 12, so 3x equals to Y. 3x equals to Y is the first relationship. Now, second relationship they have given you 1/2 of the weight percentage of oxygen. Weight percentage of oxygen is percentage of carbon, x divided by M into 100 equals to 1/2 of the weight percentage of oxygen, that is 16 into Z divided by M into 100. M gone, 100 gone, 2 8 the 16. If you try to write this further, 4 2 is the 8 and 4 3 is the 12. So it comes 3x equals to 2z. 3x equals to 2z. This equation number second for you. So now we have relationship between x, y, and z. We have relationship between x, y, and z. So we can write x is to y is to z in form of x only. So x is x, y in form of x. If I write y in form of, it would be 3 by 2x. Z in form of x will be 3 by 2x. Now, if I multiply this full equation with 2 by 3, so it will be 2 by 3 is to 1 is to 1. Multiply with 3. So 2 is to 3 to 3 with the ratio of x to y to z. This we can say the molecular formula will be around C3, or empirical formula will be C2, H3 and O3. C2, H3, O3 will be the empirical formula of acid, empirical formula of that acid. Now, we'll try to do the reaction that 1 gram of silver salt, 1 gram of silver salt, I'm assuming dibasic acid, so it will be Ag2CX HYOZ. It's giving 2 moles of Ag plus. Sure, yes or no? And it is producing how many grams of silver? 0.5934 grams of silver. Try to do the stoichiometry thing. As we know that 1 mole of this will produce 2 moles of silver. So, how many moles it's producing? If I'll write this, half mole of this will produce 1 mole of silver. How many moles are there in this? 0.5934 divided by molecular mass of Ag is 108. These are the things. This much is there, and so 1 by 2 of this. If I want to calculate amount of salt, will be 1 by 2 of this 0.5934 and 108 into 2 will be the molecular mass or amount of salt. It will be equal to moles which I have taken. They have taken 1 gram of this salt. So if I write the moles, number of moles of this salt, 1 gram, molecular weight of Ag is 108 into 2. Then plus mass of is 12x plus 1y plus 16z multiply by A common I'm taking as a X dash. We don't know how many are there, X dash. Calculating number of moles will be same. We have already calculated 0.0.5934 divided by 108 multiplied by 2 equals to 1 upon 108 into 2. 108 into 2 plus 12x. As we know, x is what? X is, x is 2. 20 to the 24 plus y is 1. So 3. 3 into 1 will be 3 plus this is z is 3. 16 into 3, that is 48. 16 into 3 will be the 48 times x. 48 times x will be there. So using this equation, we have to find the x value. Using this equation, we have to find the x value. X value. So if I try to find it 118 into 2, 0.5934 divided by 216 equals 1 upon 216 plus, if you will do this thing, 48 plus 3 plus 4, 48 plus 3 plus 24, 15, 1 will be 75x. So this will be plus 75x. And as I 116, if you solve this, cross multiply this, 216 plus 75x will come around 216 plus 75x will come around 364. So it will be there 364. And to calculate x value, 75x value, 75x will be equal to 148 and x will be around equal to. So the multiplication factor is 2. Now we have multiplication factor to know the, multiplication formula, multiplication factor. Empirical formula is C2H3O3 and multiplication factor is 2. So multiply by 2, C4H6O6 will be the answer. C4H6O6 will be the C4HB will be the answer. And I'll try to go through it again. First, we have calculated the weight percentage of the compounds. Then we have used the relationship of weight percentage to calculate the ratio between X, Y, and Z. Now, after calculation, we have used the reaction that silver salt is breaking and giving 2 moles of Ag, 2 moles of silver. And using that, we have equalized the number of moles of that silver salt. And we have solved that equation to find the value of X. And we have found the value of X, that is the multiplication factor. 2, we have multiplied the empirical formula with 2 to get the final molecular formula, that is C4H6O6, and option is B. Thank you.